going to show you an example of a math module that I created for a 2 to 3 day lesson in my classroom. This module is about finding volume with unit cubes. If you look in the menu section of your modules, this place allows you to notice each part of your module. This is important for your organization and for your students. I like to be able to label things clearly that my students can come to this page on their app and access different aspects of the module. It's not always the best idea for them to scroll through the entire module. So I like to make sure that I organize this in a way that it's easy for students to access what they're looking for. I'm going to go through this module and show you how I have set it up, including content and digital content and assignments. The starting page of any module that I create has an introduction. It introduces the students to the topic or to the unit of study. Here, I'm letting the students know that we're taking a look at volume, and I include a video from Khan Academy. All the students have to do is click this button right here, and it will take them to the video. This way, they can access this video on their own, or I can show this video to the whole group. Either way, it is still in the module for the students to access at any time while you're discussing this skill. You'll notice that online, you have a next tab. On the app, you do not. So students would have to go and click one down on the menu in their module. After the introduction comes the instruction. This instruction is going to include a PowerPoint. So I let the students know that we're going to take a look at a PowerPoint. Even though this is set up independently for the students, I would use this module to guide me through my class instruction. Then the students would have it to go back to for support. So on the next page would be the PDF of the PowerPoint that I'm going to use in class. I can either scroll through it right here, or I can download and open the PowerPoint. I would use this for my instruction. I've also included a video to reinforce the skill one more time. This video is from YouTube, and since I would be guiding them through the instruction, I put the video right into the page. I did this by adding an external URL. So if you notice, there were two different ways that I included a video. Here, the video fills up the whole screen. On the one before, I included the video on a page. And when you include a video on a page, the video will show up as a small box like this that you then click to have a bigger version of the video. How you choose to add a video to a module is up to you and to the type of instruction you're doing with your kids. So here's a time where I might not want to scroll through the whole module using my next button. So this is a time where I might just have the students and myself click the modules so I can go to the menu and click on the next part, which is Activity 1. Activities are important in a module to give students ways of practicing the skill. Here, I am linking the students to an external website that's going to allow them to practice finding the volume using unit cubes. This is not an assignment. This would be something that you would have your students do in class for a small amount of time, and then they can revisit later outside of school for extra practice. So again, the instructions are on the page. I would guide them to open the website. It would then take them to the site with the task that I want them to perform. And they would be able to practice volume. And again, they would have this available to them at any time. Continuing on in the module, Activity 2 is another way I want the students to practice. This is going to get them ready for the assignment that they're going to be graded on. Activity 2 involves them finding something in the classroom, taking a picture of it, and then finding the volume. This is going to allow them to use many different apps and to app smash. They have the choice of just using Notability or of another app that they think they might be able to use in order to use a picture and write on top of the picture. I really like to give my students choices in their assignments and activities. Everybody has something that works well for them, and so I like to give students that opportunity. So once the students have done this, we would move on to an assignment. Here, this is set up as an assignment, not as a quiz. A quiz is used for more things like multiple choice questions or true or false. Here, the students are going to do what they just did, except 5 different times. And now they're going to create an Explain Everything video showing and explaining how they calculated the volume. So now we're able to take things a step further. This assignment is going to be set up in Canvas and will allow the students to upload a video right into Canvas. I can use the rubric button to add a rubric to make grading extremely easy and giving feedback to students easy as well. Finally, in the module, I will have some sort of an extension. An extension would be for those students that move ahead, students that are able to master the skills sooner, or if you want to push your students and need a little extra. This might be something that not every student in your class does. Here is a good place that you can put your extension at the end of your module, but again, labeling it so students would know that it might not be something that is required. So this is an example of a module that I would use over 2 to 3 days in my math class. It would be given to the students so they would have access to it. They would have access to it to go back to watch videos, do practice activities, and get more information on how to do the skill.